everyone. I'm so sorry I am a little bit late. My apologies. We just literally got back from the shop, and there were some things I wanted to add to, they're there, to the website quick so that you would have them. I've got some new charts in the shop. So how is everyone? Happy Monday to you. Today is Monday, August 29th, the last Monday of August. I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and today we are here for our Flosstube Live. And I am very excited to finally have a Flosstube again. We missed, last week's Flosstube because my family was having a little mini vacation before school starts. And so it's been a couple weeks since we had a Flosstube. So I'm excited to be here with you guys again to talk about some stitchy things. So how are my stitchy friends? I'm so thankful that you guys are taking some time out of your day to hang out with me today. Let's see. Hello, Patty. Oh, no. Patty says she went to work but came home within 15 minutes, got dizzy, felt sick and clammy, believe from overheated. It was a horrible day today, being tired. Glad had grandkids over for sleep, no sleep. You know how that goes. I'm glad you're feeling better now. And yes, today is also the last day of Needlework Expo, which I got online this morning, and I was able to order a bunch of stuff. There are so many cute designs out there. So I placed lots of orders with lots of fabulous designers, and those charts should be coming pretty quick. And so as soon as I get them, I'll get them in the shop for you guys. But there are some really cute things out there. And I got a bunch of stuff ordered this morning, so I'm really looking forward to getting those. It's always nice to get some fresh charts in the shop, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hello, Lisa. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Janine. Hello, Sharon from Alaska. A couple weeks off work, busy cleaning out the studio. Oh, yeah. Hello, Lori. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Sandy, Jody, Ruth P. You're welcome, Ruth P. Ruth P says, thank you, Angela, for the fast service. You are welcome. Sharon, hello. She's glad Patty's feeling better. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Jen. Happy Stitchy Monday to you. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Lonnie. Judy. Deborah. Jane. Carla. From your glamping trip. I hope you're having a great trip. Victoria. Hello. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Susan. Finished housework just in time. Hello, Alice, Deanna, Tracy, you're here. Yay. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Hello, Chris. Kathy, Amy's Quilty Adventures, working on a second vintage Christmas cross stitch. Back. Curious, how long do these take most people? Like each little square, Amy, is that what you're asking? Each little square in the vintage Christmas? Like this, and the little snowman, and the little gingerbread man. I don't know what else I've done. I've got the skate done. Oh, I've got a few done. I see some other sparkly ones. What are these? Oh, the hat. Oh, this one was one of my favorites. The hot cocoa. I don't know. For me, I feel like each one takes me a few hours. I mean, it depends if I can sit down and stitch it like straight through. It'll take me not long, like just a few hours, I would say. What would other people say? I don't know. I don't time myself, so I'm horrible to ask that. But I know that these go pretty quick and that I can like sit down and get them done. If I have a chunk of time to sit down and stitch, I can get them done like not very long. Or if I set aside a chunk of time to sit down and stitch, they can go pretty quickly. but I don't keep track. So I'm really horrible about giving, exact times. So how about other people? When you do the stitch cards or the vintage Christmas little squares or farm girl fall, what is that one called? All those little squares. How long do they take you? Good morning, Janet. It's another hot week in Oregon. Hello, Kay from Missouri. Hello, Judy. So glad you got your prize. Yay. Thank you so much for joining in our new release party. Pam, hello from East Texas. Got all my shapes for Prairie Quilt traced over the weekend and some granny squares crocheted since I fell on Thursday and cracked a rib. Oh no. Well, that is not good, but I'm glad you're making the most of your time by getting some fun stitching in, but please feel better soon. And today, yes, is the kickoff for Prairie Meadow Sew Along. Super exciting. Robin, hello. Last day of summer break for me, working on some machine and embroidery while watching my favorite live stream. Yay, Robin, thank you. Patty, Angela, did you get my email for the cloth and floss on pumpkins for sale? Did you send it recently? I feel like maybe you sent it a while ago. Maybe I got it. It's not ringing a bell right now. Patty. I already have the pattern, just need. Yes. Yep. Yes. So, Patty, yes, I have your email. The answer is yes. I could invoice you for those. So, if you reserve a spot for the stitch along, just send me an email afterwards so that I can make a note when I add you to the list that you just need cloth and floss. That's not a problem. Just send me a note after you put your reservation through, and then I will be sure to make a note of it. So there you go. There you go. The stitch cards take me a few hours. Yeah, I would say a few. That's what I would say for me too. Amy says the mug took several hours over 2 days. I'm about 4 hours or so into the gingerbread man's head. Well, it'll get faster as you're get back into the swing of things. Because aren't you just starting cross stitch again? Is that right, Amy? I'm trying to remember because there are a few people who reached out to me who are getting back into cross stitch again. But I believe that it's you, and Vintage Christmas is like your first jump back into it for a while. So don't be hard on yourself, number one. Number two, it'll, as you get more comfortable, you'll become more efficient. And number three, just have fun with it. Enjoy it. Like I am so excited, number one, that you're back into it. And I hope that you're really having fun with it. Otherwise, it's not going to last very long if you don't have fun with it. So I hope you're having fun with it. And the mug does have a little bit more detail because you have to, the straw has some detail and there's some, zigzags, I think, across the middle, right? Yeah. So it does have a little bit extra. So I just hope you're having fun with it. Sounds good, Patty. Sandy says, hi, Angela, will you be starting your blog again soon? We didn't finish. No, we did not finish Be Happy. Yes. So yes, at first I was doing like blog posts really pretty regularly, but then I noticed that people weren't reading it as much. So then I kind of stopped. However, not with the intention of like fully stopping. I just didn't post as often. However, with travel, I have fallen a little bit behind in Be Happy. And my goal this last weekend, remember when I told you guys last week that I had this and this and this and this to do, like all lined up to do over the weekend. And my husband was like, you're not going to get sewing time in. And I was like, I will try to get sewing time in. It'll be fine. Well, I didn't get any sewing time in. So I need to kind of get stuff under control this week. I did a bunch of invoicing over the weekend. So all monthly stitch along items have been invoiced for, plus Quilt Seed Packet 1, plus Shoe Fly Stars, plus Wildflowers Table Runner, like a ton of invoicing went out. So now that a lot of those invoices have been paid, we got to get those out the door. So my focus this week is going to be getting those out the door because we want to be caught up with our shipping like ASAP. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, we'll be completely caught up with shipping. And I'm hoping that we'll open up some time over the weekend to get back into my sewing room and try to get caught up on some of that stuff. So yes, I would love to continue doing the blog, especially if people follow along and you enjoy it. Like if it's helpful to people, then I would love to continue doing that. And I just need to get caught up a little bit. So my plan is to continue doing blog posts for Remix. So I need to get this posted out there. I haven't done that yet. For Be Happy. So I'm going to do that. Farmhouse Star. So Be Happy and Farmhouse Star are on my list to try to knock off right away. And Brick House. And then my hope is to move on to the next couple quilts that we are going to focus on for the next, or I'm going to focus on, and hopefully other people will join in over the next few months till December. Trace says, since you emailed a picture, Autumn in the City cross stitch is so pretty. I saw it. It's gorgeous. And yes, I would love to get it. I just need to, so I'm sorry. Some people have said, you mumble when you read the questions and then we can't hear them on the replay. So Tracy is asking, there's a new cross stitch pattern called Autumn in the City, and she is requesting me to get it. And it's by, it's by that, I can't pronounce that name. But yes, I will get this. This is what it looks like. It's so cute. Oh, I love Autumn anyway, and this one is so cute. So yes, I will look this up and I will figure out if it's been released, if it hasn't been released, what the status is with it, and when I can get my hands on it. So yes, I will absolutely get that in the shop. Amy says, yes, I learned as a kid, but it's been 40 plus years. I do love it. It's very relaxing and enjoyable, but very slow going. That will get better. So don't get discouraged. That'll get better as you're doing more stitching and you settle into it. But it's so exciting that you're doing it again. Like I always get so excited when stitchers haven't done it for a while and they get back into the swing of things, or when there are new stitchers who are like, I'm going to give this a try. I love that. So I'm very, very excited for you, Amy. And you found a great community here at Happy Little Stitch Shop because we will support you and enable you every step of the way. So welcome, welcome. And I'm so happy you're stitching. I've developed, oh no, Carrie says she's developed tendinitis in my right arm and haven't stitched for a few weeks. That is frustrating. I feel like Jen was having some issues with that too. Did yours get better, Jen? And what did you do? Did you do anything to make it better? Probably just rest. I don't know what you do for that, Carrie, but I can understand your frustration. I would be frustrated too. Sandy says, no worries. I was just wondering. I hope I didn't stress you. You didn't stress me out. No, you did not stress me out. I'm like so relaxed. Can't you tell? I'm like super relaxed right now. Lori, hello. Lori Holt says, hello, cute people. Today is the first day of Prairie Meadow. It's August 29th. Prairie Meadow is kicking off today. Although Lori posted her YouTube. So for you quilters out there, Prairie Meadow So Long is kicking off today. Like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so fabulous. And Lori posted her YouTube video on Friday. I watched it Friday night. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, it's so pretty. That first block is so gorgeous. And the blues, it's just right up my alley. I loved the blues, that denim center, and then the other blues, and then the daisy yellow colors. Oh my gosh, just so pretty. So she did her YouTube video Friday. that posted Friday night on Lori Holt's YouTube channel. And then today on her blog, Be in My Bonnet blog, she posted week 1 of the Prairie Meadow So Long. So it's kicking off today. So it's going to be so fun. I cannot wait to delve into that. I have some work to do to get my ducks in a row. And then I am really looking forward to jumping into that so long. I'm so excited about it. Nancy says she did not get invoiced for the flower seeds. Let me just look at that. Because I remember doing yours. So I'm pretty sure you did, but I will, yeah, it's right here. So it was sent, let me see. I remember doing an invoice for you. So that invoice includes your stitch along stuff. Okay. Nancy, I'm going to have to look at that because you do have an invoice out here, but the flower seeds are not on there. So I just need to make sure that you actually are on the list and that you reserved a spot for the flower seeds. Which if you didn't, I have some extra, so it's no worries. So I'm going to check on that. Quilt seeds. Oops. Those prairie quilt seed blocks are super cute too. I got a bunch of those shipped this morning, so they're on their way. Nancy, thank you for letting me know, and I will look into that. Hello, Kim. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm behind on what everybody's saying. And then it jumped and I lost my place. Kim, there you are. Thanks for the update. You're welcome, Sandy. Isn't it cute? Yeah, thank you, Tracy, for requesting that Autumn in the City chart. That's super cute. Kathy, hi, Angela. I had pre-ordered the wildflower tip, but haven't received an invoice. I know that I invoiced every single person that was on my list. So if you are expecting one, yep, Kathy, your invoice is right here for that table runner, and it was emailed to you on Friday. So check your junk mail folder, because sometimes, unless you're used to getting emails from me and you get emails from me frequently or consistently, it goes into your junk mail folder. So I'm going to resend it to you right now, Kathy, and check your junk mail folder and make sure that it's not there. And if you still don't have it, then send me an email at happylittlestitchshop@gmail.com so I can make sure that I have your correct email address, because that has happened sometimes too, where someone has updated their email and they forget to update it in their account. So check your junk folder, number one. And then if you still don't see it there, send me an email. Judy says, well, she's talking to Amy. Doctor said rest to carry ice stretches and lots of time. Sharon says she's the mother of 6. It takes a lot to stress her out. That's true. Like literally right before I came on, my son cracked his toenail open and was bleeding all over the floor. And I was like, what did you do? And he's like, ow, ow, ow. It hurts. It hurts. He ran into a stair, like he missed a stair and just jammed his foot into it, and it cracked his toenail open and he was bleeding on the floor. So, I was like, okay, let's quick take care of this, put a Band-Aid on it. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Are you hurt? Like, are you fine? Yes, I'm fine. Okay, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go. Gotta get going. Hannah, I got my first Prairie Meadow block done this morning. Oh, this is my first Lori Holt applique quilt, and I love it. Hannah, I can't believe this is your first one. My goodness, you get lots of quilt kits and stuff. I am so excited you're jumping in and trying out Lori's. Did you love it? Tell me, you've done your first block, first Lori Holt quilt, first Lori Holt applique block. Did you love it? Like, not just I loved it, but like, I love it. and I am going to be a Lori Holt quilt regular, applique quilt regular. Jen says, I can't wait to do my first Prairie Meadow block. Today I'm determined to finish chicken salad. Yep, that's kind of where I'm at. I want to get a couple things off, but I'm still I want to keep up with Prairie too. So I'm going to try to balance getting other stuff done and not falling behind on the new stuff. Ooh, just did the binding and I just need to do a label. I cannot wait to see the quilting on your chicken salad. Ooh, be sure you share a picture. Jody says, have you received Little House? I did. I was just going to share it today, Jody. This is what I got online quick before I got on here. So yes, this is one of the new charts that's in the shop. Jody is asking, have you received Little House Needleworks Music Store? And can you get the new Classic Colorworks Marmalade and Summer Sky, please and thank you. Yes, I will try to add Marmalade and Summer Sky to my cart. And yes, music store is now in the shop. Thank you for asking, Jody. And it's here. Look at how cute that is. I feel like this needs to go pretty close to my house and my village, and my hometown village, because my kids are always playing their instruments. If we lived next to a music store, they would be there all the livelong day. My ducks are out playing in all the puddles. Judy, you got to round those ducks up. Get all of them lined up in a row. Lori says, thanks for all the kind words about Prairie. I've already seen several block ones completed. Oh my goodness. Jen says, my arm feels much better. Zero stitching for 4-ish days, and then I switched to Q snaps. I think gripping the hoop is what caused it. It's my non-stitching hand that was sore. That's really interesting. But I'm glad you're back at it and all is good. You may have signed up, Nancy. You absolutely could have. So I just want to double check. And if you didn't, I have spots available right now. So we can get you signed up and I can add it to that invoice for you and get it out the door to you. That's not a problem. I just don't have I don't have that information on my phone. If I had that information on my phone, I could check for you quick, but I don't. So I have to go to my computer to look that up. Linda says, Angela, can you tell us again where to find the clear, sharp image of Lori's quilt? I know it's a sidebar of your YouTube, but I don't know which one. Yes. Are you talking about Farmhouse Star or are you talking about Prairie? And I can show you exactly where to go. Lori always puts the links in her YouTube videos. So if you go to any YouTube video that is about that quilt, then you'll find the link in her description below. But Linda, let me know which one you're talking about, and I can show you on Lori's YouTube channel where to find her links, and I can also show you through Riley Blake Designs. Amy says, thanks. I've wanted to make cross-stitch ornaments for years. I bought the pattern when it was released. I haven't been able to quilt much because of back pain. So I thought I would try this. Well, I hope that it's a good substitution while your back gets better. Yeah. His toe kind of hurts, Sandy, but it's okay. He's good. Hello, Tammy S. Vicky, hello. Nancy, hello. Kay, did you say you invoiced for Shoe Fly? I have. Kay. What did I just send you this morning, Kay? Jane Austen. Oh, so Shoe Fly, you may not have gotten an invoice for that because, as a matter of fact, I know you didn't. Because I shared last week on the Quilting Live that I received half of the Shoe Fly quilt kits, but not my other half of my order, because Riley Blake Designs was shorted the boxes that the Shoe Fly Stars quilt kit goes into. So they're waiting for their second shipment of their of the keepsake boxes. And then as soon as they get those, which should be happening before the end of September for sure, as soon as they get those boxes, they're going to get my second half of my order to me, and I will be able to do the rest of the invoicing. So that is why you do not have a Shoe Fly Star invoice. I just went down the invoice list, and you were a little bit below the quantity that I had. So you don't have that yet, but it will be coming in September. Arlene says, I need to know what size needles to buy for cross stitch. What do you recommend? So it depends on what size cloth do you stitch on, Arlene. That will determine what size needle you need. And I always get confused on the needle sizes. So if you're stitching on like the lower the count, how does it go? How does it go, you guys? The lower the count. So the needle sizes are like 24, 26, 28. If you're stitching on 16 count Aida, 14 count Aida, 18 count Aida, you'd probably use size 26 needle. If you are stitching on 36 count, 32, maybe 32, 36, 40, like up in that range. Is it a 24 then that she needs? I can't remember. I always look it up before I start stitching, and then I just put that with that's cross stitch, and I have not committed that information to memory. I think it's a 24 for the higher counts, and then an 18 for the lower count, or a 28 for the lower counts. That's what I think. I spent all weekend cutting for Prairie, but still have some to do. Stick with it, Nancy. Will you be doing weekly videos where you work on Prairie blocks? That's my plan, Sue. I need to line up my ducks first. But yes, my plan is to do Prairie Meadow lives. And we are very close to having a new camera set up here. I gave my husband a deadline. I said, he's like the tech guy. So in his spare time, he has been researching how to do what I want to be able to do and how to do it easily, because I don't have another person here to like run things for me. So I have to be able to do it myself while I am live with you guys. So he's been doing a lot of research on that in his spare time. And I said, your deadline, I want to have this done, complete, ordered, on the way to us by the end of Labor Day weekend. So pretty soon we might have a new setup where we will have an overhead camera so you can actually see what I'm working on. And at the same time, it'll be like a split screen. So you can still see me, so we can still interact and engage with each other, but you can also see what I'm working on. So you don't just have to look at me working on something, but not be able to see what I'm doing. So we're very, very close. End of Labor Day weekend, and then it's going to take some time to get it set up. So I'm hoping sometime in September, we will have a new setup, and it will be much easier for you guys to still engage and interact with me, but also see what I'm doing when we do those. So yes, Prairie Meadow Lives will be coming for sure. Are you asking because you want them to happen? Or are you asking because you're like, I want to avoid that? Lori says, Nancy, no worries. You will be happy that you're getting everything cut. Yeah, if you're doing all of that up front, Nancy, it's going to go so smoothly for you. Like, you're going to get those blocks done lickety split. Oh, Lori says, you will go so much faster and will be so much easier because you have cut first, just like I showed in my video. Yep. You're going to be in good shape, Nancy. Kay says, no problem. I'm immersed in Prairie Meadows. Oh, good. Nancy says, thanks for the encouragement. Barbara says, hello, Stitchy peeps. I'm having severe. Oh, it's pretty. She's having severe fear of missing out after the beautiful prairie quilt, particularly after watching Lori's wonderful video. We still have some kits, Barbara. Kim, Angela, have you seen Annie B's cross-stitch pairs chart? If you think others might be interested in that chart as well, would you be willing to get it into your shop? I sure would, of course. I just looked at all of her charts this morning because I placed an order with her for Expo, and I can't remember the pairs one, so I have to go back and look. But absolutely, I would be happy to get it into the shop for you. Are you kidding? Of course. How exciting for you, Angela. It's so darn awesome. It is so awesome. Randy says okay, so I was wrong. 40 count, Brandy says, is a 28 needle. 36 is 32, 36, 32, 18, 16, 14. Oh, I think I use a smaller needle on 36. I think I use a 28. And then 10, 12 count is 24 needle. So probably the most widely used is a 26. 28 if you're doing the higher stitch counts. Lori says, I believe in Benjamin Franklin's famous saying, for every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned. Ooh, that's a good quote. I like that. I got some organization things yesterday when we were out school shopping. The new camera setup, says Kim, sounds nice. How exciting for you guys. Sue says yes. And we said, oh, good. Yay. So I will be sure to schedule those. Jen says, Angela, it's amazing, exciting for you. Yes to the pairs, says Nancy. I think it was released a tad prior to Expo. Okay, so I'll look for it. Pairs. Annie B's pairs chart. I would like to know about image of prairie. Okay, so Linda. Lori, that quote would make an amazing cross stitch. Hello, Libby. Okay, so Linda, let's get you where you need to go for your clear image of prairie. So if you go to YouTube and you go to search for Lori Holt, so up at the top, there's like a search bar up there, and you can type in Lori Holt. And then once you do that, it's at the top of my search list because I'm constantly searching for Lori Holt. So if you click on that, it will bring up a page that looks like this. And so you want to click on Lori's cute face because that will take you to her channel. And then this is what Lori's channel looks like. And then if you go to her latest video, which I just started, she has links. Okay, let me show you. So if you see, this is her latest video, and here's the title of it. And next to the title is an arrow to drop down. And then under here, if you do click on more, it will have all of the links down there. All of the links are in her description box underneath her video. Okay. And you can also go to Riley Blake Designs website. So if you go to RileyBlakeDesigns.com, this is what the website looks like on my phone. It'll be different if you're on a laptop. And then if you click these three lines that are right here, right next to the Riley Blake Designs name, if you click those three lines, it'll open up a menu bar for you. And what you want to do is you want to click on free patterns. I hope you have your phone and you're doing this with me. If not, just play it back and you can follow these steps to do this. And then once you get to the free patterns, it'll pull up a page that looks like this. You'll scroll down until you see sew-alongs, and you'll click on sew-alongs. And then look, there's Lori. So right there at the beginning are Lori Holt sew-alongs. So you're going to click on Lori, and then you're going to find, let me make sure I'm giving you the right information. Yep. You're going to find the sew-along you want to get your image for, which is Prairie Meadow, which is right here at the top because it's brand new. It's just starting. And then you'll see all these images, and they have printable images out here. So right here at the top, right there is a printable image. So if you click on that, it'll make this really pretty picture for you, and then you can go ahead and print it. Now, if you want it to print super clear, what I have found helpful is to change your print quality from normal to best. And then it will print it very, very clear. That's for me on my printer. Printing on just average normal printing doesn't seem to print it out very crisply. And so when I changed it to best quality printing, it was like a world of difference, and they printed so much clearer. So I hope that helps, Linda. I hope that helps you. Hello, Libby. Susan says, Angela, are you going to carry the newbie vintage tape measures? I am. Susan wants tape measures online for Notify Me. I will do that. says notify. I will do that. Shelly says organizing is very important. Threads, needles, all of it. All of it. Lori says you can always find the very clear images of my sew-along quilt on Riley Bike Designs website. Patty says, Libby, you're from Indiana. Brandy, I feel like is a border. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on, and probably depends. Sorry. Brandy says, I feel like 36, 18 count is a borderline needle, and you should use what feels good, which I agree. Cause I think I started on that with a 26 and I felt like it was too big. And then I switched to a 28, but, and it can also depend on the cloth. That can also make a difference. Lori says, Susan, I'm happy you like my tape measures. I have the prototype of each and they are so cute. Sharon says, Angela, we expect some pics when you meet Lori in September. We were just chatting a little bit about that. That Garden of Quilts is right around the corner. It is coming up lickety split. I would love to share a picture with you. Hopefully, I'm excited about Garden of Quilts. I'm excited to go and to experience it and be there and see all of it. Are you having fun with Expo? What's it like? Expo was really, really good. It was a little hurried for me this year. Last year I was able to get on and I came in here and I set aside a couple hours to just visit with the designers. So I visited with some designers last year and I had a lot of fun. And you guys remember Teresa was on here a couple weeks ago, Teresa Kogut, and she said, come visit me at Expo. And I really wanted to go and visit her, but Saturday, so Expo started on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Saturday, my boys had football and they had 2 games. And so we went to the shop in the morning to get everything organized. I need to go through and I need to make sure everything is ready to just like put into an envelope and ship for stitch alongs before I can invoice. I want to make sure everything is accounted for and everything is ready. So Saturday morning we went and we dropped the boys off. We went to do that. Then we went to their game, which I got sunburned at. I got sunburned because I forgot sunscreen. We went to the game and they played 2 games. They won. It was very exciting. The other team was trying to make a comeback. They were down by 2 points. And my son was playing defense and he jumped up and he knocked it out of the hands of the other person. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was intense. It was like, oh, I get very excited at games. That may be a surprise to you, but I get very excited. And so I was like jumping up and down in the bleachers. My daughter was laughing at me. It was very exciting. So they did that and that happened. And then we went back to the shop to finish stuff up. And then I came home and I sat down, I holed myself up and I did invoicing like all night. So by the time I got home on Saturday, Expo was closed. I couldn't go and visit with anybody. And then Sunday we did school shopping because the kids start school on Thursday. So we needed to get school shopping done. Like Sunday was the last day to fit it in because everybody's involved in soccer and volleyball and football. And so it was our last day to try to get it in. So we did school shopping yesterday. By the time we got home from that, Needlework Expo was closed. So I got all of my things organized that I wanted to order. I got online and I did it this morning. And then I had to get to the shop to get shipping done. So again, they closed at 2 today and I missed out today to meet with anybody, but I got all of my orders submitted this morning. So everything's been ordered. I wish I would have had a chance to chat with some of the designers. And I didn't have a chance to do that. You're welcome, Linda. I hope that helps you. Sandy says, Lori, will you be at the Meet the Maker event? Lori says, my cross stitch needles come in a tube and have, yes. Yeah. So Lori has started keeping, I've started keeping all of Lori's needles in here. I need to get the other sets to have in here. But these are her tapestry needles. They come in kind of this yellow, mustard yellow color. And there are a variety of sizes in here. So it's not labeled as like a size 26, 28, 24. It's not labeled like that. You get a variety of needle point sizes in here. So then you can just pick whatever size you're comfortable with whatever project you're working on as far as cross stitch goes. Let me try to hold up the actual needle ends. So you can see like this one is smaller and this one's thicker and this one is pretty thick. So there are a variety of sizes in one tube. So they come in these cute little tubes, or you can get I don't have that one in the shop, but they come in a card set too. But I like the little tubes, so I always order those. So those are fun to have a variety of sizes in one place. Hannah says, I'm not planning on doing any of the classes of garden quilts, but I live really close. It would be a lot of fun to meet up with everyone and do lunch or something. We are planning on it, Hannah. I'm actually, if I can make it happen, because it's kind of last minute, I'm trying to work on something for our Happy Little Stitchers group, but I have to get my act together and try to pull it together. But even if I don't pull that together, we still are going to plan something. So for sure, it's going to happen. Have you ordered any charts from Pansy Patch? Susan, yes, I sure have. So yes, absolutely. I had a huge order with Pansy Patch. And I'm planning in my head, I haven't put it out there yet because I think we're going to wait a little bit until we get, right now we're doing a stitch along for Houses on Peppermint Lane by Pansy Patch. And I would like to get towards the end of that, but they have a new series called Pumpkin Houses Autumn. What is it called? I don't remember, but it's all autumn. It's similar to Houses on Peppermint Lane, except it's autumn based. And it's adorable. So I plan to host a stitch along for that. I just need to figure out exactly when we're going to start it, and I'll get the reservation out there. But yes, lots from Pansy Patch. Kara says, finally off my call to join you. Hello, Kara. Susan says, don't forget sunscreen. I know. And I am horrible because, my hair color, my skin burns super easily. My family has a history of skin cancer and melanoma. So I'm like supposed to be very diligent about it. I agree with you, Susan. It's super important. Shelly says, I love it when you read aloud the comments so we can keep up with your responses. I'm trying. Usually, so sometimes if I mumble over a comment, I do that on purpose because it's somebody responding to someone else. And so I'm not going to read it out loud. But I do sometimes find myself reading it really quickly and then trying to respond to it. So I'm trying to do a better job of reading it out loud. Kim says, I can attest that Lori's needles are really nice. They are among the easiest to thread. Oh, for sure. Yes. Yes, I've used Lori's tapestry needles and super easy to thread for sure. And very nice. Glide through the cloth very, very nicely. Lori says the yellow tube is for cross stitch. The eyes are large, but more importantly, the top is flat, which helps twisting of threads. So your stitches lie flat. Well, that is interesting to know. See, I'd like to know the mechanics behind it. That's interesting to know. Patty says, Angela, did you order Teresa's Halloween book? I sure did. Yes, I did. I ordered her Halloween book. Tammy says, wear hats outdoor. I had basal cell carcinoma on my scalp. Yeah, I think I got sunburn right here too. I know. Put your sunscreen on when you get dressed for the day. I do put a little bit on. I do, because it's in my moisturizer. So there's a low SPF in there. So there's at least some coverage happening on a daily basis. But for my skin, I always need like 50 or more. Otherwise, I for sure get sunburned. Shelly says, I couldn't keep up with my thimble, so I tried needle grip. Found my solution. Tracy, we will meet for sure at some point. So let me share. Oh, here they are. My daughter set all this stuff in here for me because I was being a nurse for a second. Okay, so first of all, let me share some information with you. I also haven't cross-stitched in many years. I decided to start with Stitch Card A. Yes, I feel like a complete newbie. I just started at it, nervous to start. Wish me luck. Kate, you are going to love it. Stitch Card A. Let me just, Stitch Card A. Where's that little chick? That cute little chick. Here it is. Ooh, you are going to love it. Kay, I'm so excited for you. Stitch cards are a perfect way to jump back in and get your get some stitches under your belt. They're perfect for that. I'm so glad that you are doing it. These little stitch cards are so cute. Oh, I think you're going to love it. Please keep us posted. Let us know how you do. And you will do just fine. You don't even need any luck. But I'm sending it your way anyway. Lori says, I specifically designed them that way. I don't like my thread twisting all the time, so it helps immensely. I love that because I hate it when my thread twists. And that's really cool to know that there's something that you can engineer into the needle to help with that. That's really interesting to know. Sharon says, Angela, could you add Lori's tapestry needles to my order if you haven't packaged them yet? I sure can. I'm so excited about getting the blocking board. Yes. So I was just going to say, why does my chair keep making that noise? Sharon, I'm sorry, I'm doing this right now because I will forget. They have been added to your order. You should see an email. Done. Okay, you are welcome. So first of all, blocking boards are back in stock. They arrived on Saturday. We got to the shop Saturday morning. We had like 25 boxes. Like the whole hallway was blocked. I felt horrible because they probably delivered them late Friday night. And it was like jutted out into the hallway. So my husband was dropping the boys off in football. So my girls were there and they were like, oh, there's so many boxes. We got to carry these downstairs. I was like, you can do it. So they carried them all downstairs. So blocking boards were in there. That package was pretty light because these are not very heavy. So blocking boards are back in stock, which means that I also put together a few crochet starter kits because I know some people were still looking for them, but I know some people decided not to wait and they wanted to get some of the supplies. So there are just a few starter kits available in the shop. And then the rest of the blocking boards I just made available separately so that people could get their blocking boards. So these are in the shop and they are ready to ship. Blocking boards are here. I'm so excited about that. Okay, I also restocked. Speaking of Prairie Meadow, this had been out of stock and I've been getting lots of requests. Are you getting the Aurifil back in stock? I am, and it's here. It arrived today. So I put it in inventory really, really quick before I left the shop today, and they're in stock now. Sharon says, I've been stocking your shop waiting for you to have them. Well, they came on Saturday and I got them online right away. Lori says, yay, blocking boards are in. Oh, good. Okay, Sharon, you're all set then. Okay, also restocked. This is another thing that people were asking about are the cute little storage jars by Lori from her Be Organized collection. So these are back in stock now. I have mine right back there to fill up with cute stuff. Also requested and has arrived and is in stock is the My Happy Place office bundle set. So we have a few of these in stock. It comes with a notebook, comes with some bookmarks, some paper clips, mechanical pencils, some tabs, a little Post-it note thing, some washi tape. Comes with all sorts of good stuff. There are file folders in here. There are some clip art cards that you can decorate stuff with. So it includes spiral notebook, 3 mechanical pencils, 1 page of quilting stickers, 3 letter size file folders, washi tape, 3-inch sticky note pad, 15 file tab dividers, 12 chunky paper clips, and 3 bookmarks. So back in stock. Back in stock just for you people. Angela, will you also have the pins for the blocking? I have them. They're in the shop. Yeah, they're there. Let me verify that. Make sure that there's no error on my end because, oops, that is possible. If you search for rust proof, one word, yeah, it's there. So search for rust proof online, one word, and they are in the shop. Make sure that you use the rust proof T-pins when blocking. Yes. Here, I need to find a cute pin. For the love of Peter. My gosh. I need to find a cute pin cushion for these. I have them in here. But these are the T-pins for blocking. And it's important to use rust proof because you're going to wet them and you don't want pins that become rusty and then you wet them with water and then it gets rust all over your crochet. So these rust proof T-pins are very important. Those are in the shop. You're welcome, Sandy. Okay, also new. Oh, restocked. You guys had asked for more clipboards. They are back in the shop. I have them. They are in the shop. Got them in right before I left. They just arrived today. Okay, and then brand new, before I share some of my other goodies, brand new, you guys had asked for this a couple weeks ago on our Flosstube. Polka dots. Polka dots sticky thimbles by Jill Lily Studio. Sarah had been using, I don't know if it was exactly these or if it was something like these, but she had been using a sticky thimble and she was going on and on about how fabulous it was, that it kept it stick. She was able to remove it, put it back on the paper, and then use it again later. And it really saved her finger when she was doing her cross stitch. And so here are the Jill Lily Studio polka dot sticky thimbles. You get 24 dots in this cute little tin. It's a slippery little bugger. Polka dots. So these are in the shop. And Nancy says, I love polka dots. I have 2 tins of them. I've heard really good things about these. I have not tried it myself yet. But for people who like to use thimbles or who like to use sticky thimbles, they have raved about these. So they're here. They're here for you to try out for your finger when you're sewing. Okay, and then I have Tammy S says I have them, I haven't used them yet. Beach Bum Mama, hello. Yes, thank you, fellow movie person. Oftentimes I say movie references and nobody comments, and so I just think nobody knows. But yes, Pretty Woman. I'm so glad you caught that. Those are the best, says Jody. Angela, you need a vacation from your vacation. Oh my gosh, Sharon. Hello, Beach Bum Mama. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for joining. Lisa says I made a small granny square crocheted pillow. Oh, well, I have that. She took it camping with us, my little one. It was the cutest thing. I wish I could have gotten a picture because the day that we were getting ready to go camping, she had this hat on that's like, it was like a, like a fishing hat that fishermen sometimes wear, except it had like little hearts on it. It was really, really cute. It was pink underneath and like a denim color on top. So she had that on, and she had a backpack on that she had put a bunch of stuff. Actually, her older sister had helped her put together a backpack of activities for the road, which I had used to do for the kids when they were little. And for my other kids, they would all travel with a little backpack that had activities for them to do when we were on a long trip. And so my middle daughter did that for my little one. And they worked together to put together this backpack. And then at the last minute, she goes, I need my pillow. She ran up to her and she got her pillow, and she had this backpack on and she had her fisherman's hat on. And then there's like a mesh pocket is the very last pocket on her backpack. And she stuck it right in there so that you could see the pillow in her backpack on her back. And she would all morning long while we were packing up the truck and we were getting the camper ready, we were doing all that stuff all morning long. She had her backpack on and she had her fisherman's hat on and she was walking around like this. And she had my cute little granny square pillow right in the back of her backpack. So that you could, every time you could see the back of her, you saw this cute little granny square pillow in the back. It was so adorable. And I was too busy running around doing stuff to get ready to go. And I did not get a picture. And the whole rest of that day, it bothered me because I thought, oh, I wanted to get a picture of that. She looks so cute with all the stuff on, but I missed it. So that's a good idea, Lisa. Sharon says, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Her and her little pillow. Okay, so I have a couple new charts. Well, I showed you Music Store already by Little House Needlework. So that's new in the shop. Patty says, Lori Holt, I'm trying your needles and I love them. I have your needle card and forgot they were in there. They are. Yes. Sandy, yes. Sandy says, Lori, are the cross-stitch needles in the yellow packaging named Tapestry or Tapestry? Yes, they are. That's what you use for cross-stitch. Erlene says, finish the 100th granny. Ooh, this weekend. That's exciting. Now can't wait to lay out the rows and stitch them together. Any tips to keep the rows organized in order? So Lori goes through that in her YouTube channel where she does her Afghan. She gives some tips in there about how to keep your blocks organized so that you can stitch them together in order. Let me see if I can find. It was a recent one. Wasn't the last one. It was done a month ago. It's called Granny Square Long Afghan Finish and Border. So if you look for that, her Afghan finish, Granny Square Long Afghan Finish, she gives tips and tricks in there about how to keep everything organized. Love your stories about her, cutie. Thank you, Carrie. You're welcome, Sandy. Marie says, thanks, Patty. Yes, I've used them from day one. Showed my Flosstube when I showed how to stitch in hand. And then Lori says, yes, Sandy, all cross-stitch needles are tapestry needles. Erlene, thanks for rewatch Lori's video. Yep, it's in there. And that is really exciting that you reached 100. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I hope you share pictures. I want to see your Afghan. Yay for you. Okay, I have a couple other new cross-stitch charts in the shop. Lori will probably recognize these because I saw them on her Flosstube. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love those. Those are so cute. So here's the first one. It's called The Winter is Past, and it's by Blackbird Designs. And it is so pretty. Also from Teresa Kogut. Sorry, this just popped into my head. I ordered more of what is it called? Love Reigns. You know the one I'm talking about. We've been sold out of that one. And so I ordered more with my Needlework Expo order. So those should be back in stock at some point. And that is on my wish list. I really want to stitch that one. So I'm hoping at some point to stitch that. So this one is Winter. The Winter is Past by Blackbird Designs. And I think it's really, really pretty. So that is new in the shop. And also, Lori will recognize this one, Humming of the Bees by Blackbird Designs. I love this one too. That little red brick house. My gosh, it's so cute. That border is super cute. Like this one is just, it's very cute. There's a picture on the back. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the same picture you're looking at, just on the back. It's so lovely. So Humming of the Bees, that is in brand new in the shop as well. And then I have some updates for you. First of all, to go to meeting now. Bye, everyone. Happy stitching. Happy stitching, Lori. Have a good day, my friend. Look at what I snagged this weekend. Oh, look, you can see the, apparently I did not take the price off. So we were at the shop, finishing up at the shop. My kids ran across the street to the bakery because there's a bakery across the street. And I was waiting for them. And as I was waiting for them, I was like, oh, forget it. I'm going to run into this shop because I've been meaning to run in there. It's a really cute kind of vintagey, antique-y shop. Oh, by the way, all of the Stitchy readers have been added to my collection for use for various things. I have them all. So 1.0, 2.0 just restocked, 2.5, 3.0, and 4.0. All in the shop, all added to my collection so that I can try to see them. Okay, but look at this. Look at this tub. I plan to use it for all of my art or all of my yarn. Okay, so this I'm going to share with you in a second. I don't have all of it rolled into cakes, but I plan for crocheting here at home. I have been looking for a yarn basket of sorts. Plus, I thought yarn is so pretty. Why not just have it out on my table? I have a table behind my couch where I keep all of my stitching stuff, and I'm trying to reorganize that area. But I thought, well, this could be cute just to set back there on that sofa table and just have the yarn on display all the time. So I found this old wash bin. It's like a little shallow wash bin. And it's super cute. And now all of my yarn is in here, and I'm really excited about it. And the woman at the shop was super, super nice. And we're neighbors because she's right next door. And she knew who I was. And I was like, how do you know who I am? And she's like, oh, the town is talking about you. And you should have a storefront because our town could really use it. She was super nice. So I have this. And I'm pretty excited about it. And it's handy. And it's not heavy. It's pretty light. I like it. I'm really excited about that. Lori, you're still here. 5 minutes. I have 5 more minutes. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're soaking up all of your time with us. Look at those cute readers. Yes, they're gonna be a part of my life. That's really cute. Got my Prairie design boards and apple pins all ready to start laying out my farm sweet farm. Maybe I can sew along with Prairie's. Yes, I hope so, Anne. I'm so excited. Tammy S, that's cute. Lori says that tote tub is totes adorbs. I love it. It was hidden in this corner with stuff in it. It had a pitcher, a wash bin setup. And I was like, I would like that. Is that for sale? And she's like, yeah, that's for sale. And she was very, very nice. It was nice to meet my neighbor. What did you do with the white box? It still has my yarn in it. It still has other yarn in it. That yarn is not rolled into cakes yet. All of the yarn that's in here, I plan to roll into cakes. So I'm trying to get in this tub one of every one of Lori's colors, which I think I'm pretty close now that we had this new shipment come in of chunky thread. I think I'm pretty close. But my little one and I need to take some time to make some more cakes because I have a bunch of skeins that I haven't. And I actually used pretty much all of, I think it was sweet mint. I think I used all of that without even making it into a cake because I was just using it so often. But we have to make some more cakes. So then all of everything that's in here should be one of each color of Lori's made into cakes ready to crochet with. And then in my tub, my white container, which is over there, I have the ones that are kind of stock of the colors to then pull and make into a cake once I run out here. So that's my plan. That's my plan. Back to the needle, says April. The cross stitch key, Yes. Yes. The cross stitch key by It's So Emma has how many strands you need depending on the count that you're using of cloth. It also has needle size depending on the count that you're using on the cloth. I was looking in my drawer for that because I usually keep it right here in my drawer, but it must be in a bag with one of my projects right now. But there's a cross stitch key by It's So Emma, which I will try to pull for next week and show you how it's used because it's very handy. And we have it available at happylittlestitchshop.com. It helps you to measure in from your corner to find your starting spot. And then on the key itself, it has lots of extra information like how many strands of floss do you use depending on the count cloth you're using, what size needle you use depending on the count cloth you're using, that kind of information. It has a little ruler on it, so it's very helpful. I'll try to pull it next week to share. Okay, and then I am working on my little one's pillow. So this is where I'm at. I have gotten as far as Lori did with hers. I think the next color for hers was linen, and then she added that scalloped border to hers. However, I am finding that I must crochet very tightly. So even with my diagonal pillow, I had to add extra rows, extra circles, extra squares to make it fit my pillow. And so this one, I'm very, very close to finishing this. I just have to grab my pillow and see how it's lining up with coverage and then decide how many more rounds to add. So I have the front and the back. I've been doing it at the same time. And once I think I've gotten enough, I will block these and then get that pillow made and add that cute scallop border. I can hardly wait. Okay, so that's all the stuff that's in my new little bin. And then I wanted to share with you. Okay, have you tried using Lori's Readers 4.0 instead of a magnifying light? I have not yet, but that's why I have the whole arrangement, the whole array of Stitchy Readers here. They're in this tub with all of my yarn because that's over by my Stitchy spot. That's why I have all of these. So I can start playing around with that. And I can start, even at my sewing machine, I'm going to start messing around with trying different readers to see what works. And that's why I brought all of the ones from the shop, because I know that I will use each of them for something, either whether it's cross stitch, whether it's crochet, whether it's sewing at the machine. I know that they'll be put to use. So I just grabbed them all. The key is a great tool. Angela showed it once before, and it really does help. It really does. Sharon says, how sweet, Angela. How many rounds will you do? Well, I don't know how many rounds I did so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is 15 rounds. I think I only need to add maybe 2 or 3 more, but I haven't compared it to my pillow yet. So I need to do that. And then that'll give me a good idea of, but I'm really close. I want linen to be the next one. So now I'm just going to add some other colors before I add the linen, because I want linen to be last. So I'll add maybe one other color and then I'll check it against the pillow again, and, then another one if I have to. But I think 2 is likely going to be what I need, and 3 at the most is what I'm estimating. Those are so pretty, says Sandy. Thank you. Lori says, lovely pillows, Angela. And what you need to add what you need to fit a pillow. That's the beauty of crochet. Yes. Yeah. So I'm learning that about myself. This was a little bit of a lesson for me, because when I made that first pincushion pillow, I felt like it was kind of tight. It was stretched kind of far. And so I was chatting with Lori about it, and she's like, well, you might crochet a little bit tighter, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to take that into account. You can't just watch a video and say, okay, I have to do this many rounds because that's what that person did, because you crochet differently. So you might have to alter that a little bit depending on how you crochet. So I'm learning that about myself, that I crochet just a little bit tighter, which is fine. That's not a problem. That's just my tendency. And I don't think it looks bad. You know, like I don't think I need to change anything. I just need to keep that in mind when I'm making these cute projects, and keep in mind, okay, you might need to add a little bit extra, or if I'm making a pillow insert, maybe I want to make the pillow insert a little smaller. So I'm learning that about myself. I love how your pillows look. Thank you, Kathy. Kay says, I just finished Granny Square 195. However, I'm desperate for wheat. The number doesn't count all the Granny Squares I've made for pillows. So wheat, I'm hoping, last I heard from Riley Blake, they're expecting another shipment like mid-September, which means by the time they get it and they turn it around, it could be end of September before we see it in the shop. But I'm hoping that the rest of the colors that we didn't receive before, which would include wheat, will be in that next shipment. I don't know that for sure, but I'm hoping that it will be. Lori, have you thought about making ribbons with your fabric design? Says Patty. Oh my good grief, that pillow is so cute, Angela. Your color choice is perfect. Well, I just copied Lori. I didn't make those color choices, but thank you. It's pretty cute. Okay, so I did make a little bit of, you guys know the clock is ticking. The end of August is almost here. September 1st is almost here, and I have to get this done. Look, I've made some progress, but I've got a lot of stitching that I have left to do. You know, like I got to get that grass done. I got to get that dog over there, and then I got to fill in just the door and down here, like the stairs. So I don't have a ton more to do, but I'm determined to finish this over the next few days. At least by the end of Labor Day weekend, I'm determined to have this done. So I'm going to be using my evenings after shipping all day. I'm going to be using my evenings to get Brick House completed and off of my stitch list, because as you know, if you've received your invoices, Prairie Life is next up. And look at me, I have some of it kitted already. I still have to do these. I have my cloth in here. Let me see if I can show you. Look! This is what I have ready to go so far. Organized floss. Can you guys stand it? So Prairie Life is waiting. It's just waiting for me to finish Brick House. And I'm determined to get that done this week because I cannot wait to jump into this stitch. So there is Prairie Life. I still have some more floss organization to do. I got to get the rest of these ready to go. But it's getting there. It is getting there, and I'm excited to jump into Prairie Life. And I'm excited to stitch on Legacy Fiber Arts. All of that cut, packaged, ready to ship out the door to you. I have extra of our Prairie coloring of Legacy Fiber Arts cloth in 16 count Aida, 32 count linen that I'm going to get online. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. Nancy says, okay, wait, hold on. Next time, try a larger hook and your squares may get larger. There you go. Sharon, wow, that is looking wonderful, Angela. Thank you. Stitchery is coming along great. Thank you, Kathy. Looks wonderful, says Judy. Nancy says it's gorgeous. What colors did you use on the bird? So I used the called for colors in, let me check. Let me check just to be sure. So what's the conversion we used? So it's in our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group in the announcements at the top. Let me look. Not Nutcracker, not Fall on the Farm, Brick House Sampler. So I use DMC 520 for the head and the back of the bird. And then DMC 522 for the wings. And then for the tummy, I think I used Weeks Dye Works Sandcastle, but the conversion for that was 738 for DMC. Brick House is looking mighty, mighty good. Thank you. Victoria says she's so excited. Sandy says, wait, what? Where did you get Lori floss organizers? From Lori. Got them from Lori. Can't wait till Wednesday so I can pay my invoice for Prairie Live. I need some of those big rings. Yeah, we have those in the shop. 3-inch floss organization rings. They're in the shop. Window so long for Little House Needlework Sheep Start. That's later. I can't remember exactly when it starts. It's in the shop. Sheep Virtues. It starts October. So we'll be invoicing for that at the end of this month. So October is when Sheep Virtues Stitch Along starts. Did you make those thread drops for Prairie Life? I did, yes. Well, I mean, I got the business card from, and then I just punched them. Looks beautiful, Angela, so pretty. I have to sign off, but I'll try to catch live on Thursday. Have a great day. Have a great day. Oh, and so we're going to do a stitch long, a happy little stitch hour Wednesday afternoon. I wanted to be sure to tell you guys that because we're going to try to squeeze one in before school starts, and my daughter will be here to read. It's like managing 7 schedules, sometimes finding time to, the right time to make things happen is tricky. But this Wednesday, we're going to do it 1:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to have happy little stitch hours so that I can finish Brick House and so that we can have some time together before everybody jumps back into school and the fall schedules start and things get a little bit more hectic. So please plan on that. I will do a post about it. I'm going to try to include it in my newsletter. I'm going to try to get a newsletter out this week. I know I didn't last week because of vacation. So I'm going to try to get that done today if possible. And but please count on joining me. I hope you will on Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time for Happy Little Stitch Hour. I'm off on Wednesdays. Oh, good, Sandy. I'm happy to hear that. Susan says, where did you find the conversion on the Facebook group? So if you go to our Facebook Stitchers, you'll see this. If you go to our Happy Little Stitchers page, and if you go down, there are like all of these announcements. It's like a featured section. And so you can scroll through and see different things that have been featured over the months. And one of those is the Brick House conversions post, which looks just like that. So if there are conversions that we're doing for a stitch along or things like that, I try to put them in the featured section. So then they're always at the top of the page for you guys to scroll through and find if you need them. So the conversions for like Brick House are out here, Nutcracker Village, Fall on the Farm. I think that's all we have so far. And then some polls are under there, some surveys that we took. 3 times this week. 3 times this week. Yes. Wednesday sounds good. Love being retired. Oh, good, Kathy. I'm glad you'll be there. Okay, so that's all I had to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me. I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. And I will plan to see you on Wednesday for our Happy Little Stitch Hour at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. And I will also hope to see you on Thursday for our quilting live stream at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. And then there won't be a Prairie Live this week, but my hope is to get my ducks in a row and have one scheduled for next week. So fingers crossed for that. Thank you again for joining me. All of you have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you on Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.